Right, listen up, you lot. We're going to talk about a car. Not just any car, mind you. This is the Volkswagen Beetle, the people's car, a global icon. It's a funny-looking thing, isn't it? Like a beetle, as the name suggests. But don't let that fool you. This little car has a story to tell, a story of innovation, of resilience and of unexpected charm. You see, the Beetle wasn't born in a glitzy Italian design studio. No, sir, this car has grit. It was born in the ashes of war, conceived by Ferdinand Porsche himself. It was designed to be affordable, reliable and accessible to everyone. And boy, did it deliver. The Beetle became a symbol of freedom, of simplicity, of a world shedding its old skin. It was a car for the people, built to last. And last it did. Millions upon millions of these little buggers were sold worldwide. They became part of the cultural fabric, popping up in films, songs, and even inspiring a certain anthropomorphic racing car named Herbie. So buckle up as we take a closer look at the Volkswagen Beetle. We'll delve into its history, its design, its quirks, and its enduring legacy. Get ready to be surprised, because this little car, this underdog, has a tale or two to tell. Now, the Beetle's story begins in a rather unexpected place. Nazi Germany. Yep, you heard that right. Hitler himself commissioned Ferdinand Porsche, the engineering genius, to create a people's car, a Volkswagen, if you will. The idea was to build a cheap, simple car that everyone could afford. Porsche, a man who knew his way around an engine, came up with a rear-engined, air-cooled design. It was unconventional, sure, but it worked an absolute treat. The car was initially dubbed the KDF wagon, but thankfully that name didn't stick. After the war, the British took over the factory and saw the potential in this little car. Production ramped up, and the rest, as they say, is history. The Volkswagen Beetle, as it came to be known, was a hit. It captured the imagination of the world with its simplicity, affordability, and that undeniable charm. Who would have thought that a car born out of such tumultuous times would become a symbol of peace and freedom? But that's the thing about the Beetle. It had this uncanny ability to adapt, to transcend its origins and become something more. It became a symbol of hope, of a world rebuilding itself after a period of darkness. Now let's talk engines, shall we? Because under that rounded rear bonnet, the Beetle housed a rather ingenious little engine. It was an air-cooled, four-cylinder boxer engine, simple, reliable and easy to maintain, not a powerhouse, mind you. Early models had a mere 25 horsepower, but what it lacked in outright grunt it made up for in fuel efficiency. This thing sipped petrol like a camel in the desert. You could drive for ages on a whiff of fuel, which was music to the ears of post-war motorists. The engine was paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. No fancy automatics here. You had to work for it, feel the gears slot into place. But that was part of the Beetle's charm. It was a driver's car in its own right. And let's not forget the sound. That distinctive Beetle burble was like music to the ears. It was a happy sound, a cheerful sound. It said, "Let's go for a drive. Let's explore." Now, you can't talk about the Beetle without talking about its design. It's iconic, isn't it? Those rounded curves, the bug-eyed headlights, that unmistakable silhouette. It was designed by Erwin Kommender, a man who understood that form should follow function. The Beetle was a compact car, perfect for navigating crowded city streets, and yet it was surprisingly spacious inside. You could fit a family of 4 in there, no problem. The large windows offered excellent visibility, and the sloping roofline gave it a surprising amount of headroom. But the Beetle's design wasn't just about aesthetics, it was about practicality too. That sloping rear end, for instance, was designed to improve aerodynamics. And those running boards along the side? Well, they were originally there to make it easier to get in and out of the car. Clever, eh?